Imagine a world where you could think of anything instantaneously and have it appear right in front of you for free of charge. No, we can't. There's only one thing we have in common with that world. Instead of having unlimited resources, we have unlimited want. That's like one way of thinking about scarcity. Another way of thinking about scarcity? If we didn't have scarcity, you wouldn't be taking this class. Get it? Because scarcity is one of the biggest problems of economics, it is the core of economics and it is essential in understanding it. A lot of the world's problems can be traced back to scarcity. So today we'll be discussing some examples of scarcity and historic examples.
By definition, scarcity is fewer resources existing compared to how much is wanted by the public. For example, let's say a small town of 3,000 has an entrepreneur producing product X. He only made 1,000 of product X, estimating a 1/3 sale rate in his town at best. But for unknown reasons, product X has a huge boom in popularity with over 2,000 sudden requests. This in turn causes a shortage of 1 in every 2 people not getting the desired product. This will result in 2 things. Either the product's price will rise to take advantage of the excess demand, as stated in the Wealth of Nations, consumption is the sole purpose of all production, and the interests of the product ought to be attended to only as far as it may be necessary for the promoting of that consumer, meaning as long as people want to buy it, you can sell it for whatever price they're willing to go for. There have been many examples of this throughout history, including the recent avocado shortage due to the bad market estimations and the drought, and also the ever-looming oil shortage with rising gas prices. However, one of the most interesting examples of scarcity in recent years was the 1990s Beanie Baby scarcity.
In the 1990s, Ty Inc. created Beanie Babies. They became a popular collectible after Ty retired some of the babies, creating scarcity. This led to the nation selling them at as much as 1,000% the original price with, at its peak, 10% of eBay's sales. The fact that some of these go for thousands of dollars really goes to show that scarcity can get you a greater value than you had hoped. Although, the bubble must always burst, and burst it did for Ty Warner. In the early 2000s, people began to lose interest in Beanie Babies, leading to a drop in price for almost all but the rarest Beanie Babies. While scarcity can get you far, demand is also extremely important. Many economists compared it to the housing bubble that led to the recent recession, but unlike that, the Beanie Baby prices never recovered. This led to some families, such as the Robinson family, losing over $100,000 due to the overinvestment during the shortage. There was even a case where one West Virginian man murdered a co-worker over a Beanie Baby debt.
The production and supply of military equipment and military forces during World War II was a critical component of the war effort. As a result of increasing the production of war materials, metal became scarce in America. The Allies together used roughly 733,006,633 metric tons of steel and 5,104,697 tons of aluminum for the war effort. A single tank needed about 18 tons of metal, and some of the Navy's ships at the time took 900 tons of solid metal to build. On January 1st, 1942, the War Production Board ordered the temporary end of all civilian automobile sales, leaving dealers with hundreds of thousands of unsold cars. Americans were encouraged to turn in scrap metal for recycling, and schools and community groups across the country started holding scrap metal drives, where people would come by and donate anything made of metal that they didn't need. Although they were useful, some scrap drives went overboard. In addition to recycling old streetcar tracks, iron fences, and church bells, people carted off historical artifacts including cannons, park statues, and other memorials. After the war ended, many wished that they hadn't been so thoughtless.